Halloween.
Trick or treat!
Who else wants a maggot to bread?
In Leeds, Alison's having a family party. Her mum, Kay, is entering into the spirit.
You let me the with it witch. Don't care, Mum. A with it witch.
Paul's still suspended from his job as catering manager because his company says he's not up to the work, but he's feeling more optimistic about his prospects.
Well, I've got a meeting in London on Tuesday afternoon with my boss's opposite number in the south of England. A friend of mine in the company who's definitely not a yes man, he said, be careful, Paul, for obvious reasons. He said, you need some friends in the company, and he's quite concerned that if I pushed it too far, I'd make far more enemies and I'd be out eventually anyway.
If you end at date, I won't ask you to push it any further, only to start taking my clout here again. What my fear was, it was just clearing the way to eventually get rid of you altogether.
Paul and his younger sister Alison are both managers. But as a former shop steward, Kay has a different view of the relationship between the workforce and the bosses.
I negotiated, my dear Leah.
Good managers and...
I've got
only
the shop
good
steward in my
manager is a dead one.
That's rubbish. Mother, you're a supervisor. You've joined management now.
I don't say I tread the wheel with them.
That is a typical working class attitude. Managers should be dead. Times have changed, Mother. Times have changed.
I haven't changed.
This is a... No, exactly, you haven't.
Hey, I'm going to have a heart attack, you two shouting at me. That's how we know.
Paul's wife Jo has decided there's little they can do but wait.
There's no point thinking about it until it happens. No, but think about it all day long.
Well, maybe that's where I, differ. Because I worry about it all. I worry about everything all the time, and that's my problem.
Don't get me wrong. It's still a worry. It's still there. It's there all the time. But for the minute, I can put it on back burner because, whatever happens will happen, and nobody's going to stop it. Really.
Where is he?
Last week, another branch of the Henry family was in crisis. Jane and Laurie were on the verge of splitting up. Today, they're trying to ignore the tension.
Today is Jenny's birthday, and I'm making a chocolate biscuit cake, which we used to have when we were kids. I used to love it, and I always thought, I'd love to know how to make that.
After school, Jenny's having 20 friends to a birthday tea, and Jane's taken the day off work to get things ready. But out of the blue, another breakup is happening. On the other side of Leeds, Alison's been called out on a mercy mission. Older sister Karen's decided to leave her husband, John, after 17 years of marriage. Alison's arranged to pick Karen up while he's out of the house.
Then come, Karen.
The decision to leave has taken weeks of agonising. Karen's always known that her two children want to stay with their dad.
I just can't risk it because I keep thinking he's going to do something. I mean, if he's threatening me to, blind me and kill me in front of my own kids,
Well, this is worse than it's ever been before, isn't it?
Yeah, because...
But the thing is, Karen, is why should you live in fear? Why should you live a life that is intolerable?
I told him, I'm getting to the point where I'm really scared of you. Because I don't know what you're going to do.
Jane knows her sisters are on the way and fears that Karen's husband John may not be far behind.
It's not best, but she's told the kids, Jane. I just think it's awful.
Is enough time I'm getting depressed about that later on?
Yes, 23 years of married life is all here. Hiya.
In the past, when Karen's tried to leave husband John, the rest of the family have been plagued by phone calls and visits.
I'm taking anything that ain't mine. But he seems calm and reasoned at the moment.
Oh, yes, he's calm and reasoned.
Yeah, but that won't last.
That won't last, will it?
Yeah, I mean,
It's a big deal.
It
doesn't scare me, but I mean, if it comes today when it's kid's birthday party...
I'll phone police.
We'll have to phone police, because we can't have it. I mean, it's a kid's day, and we can't have it.
Hopefully he'll take a few days to wind himself up.
Well, I think he probably will, because last time he spent, it took 2 or 3 days before he bothered.
It's hard to know what he'll do, really, isn't it?
It's awful, because I know how much you love them kids, I know you love them kids, and he's taking them away from you. And I don't want them kids to think that you don't love them, because you love them more than anything else in the world, and that's why you've put up with him for the last 10 years.
What's the story? What's the story?
She might be coming later on, but you don't know. Just be casual about it.
It's Laurie here. Yeah, hold on, Kay.
Hello, Mum. What do you mean, why didn't you get to know? I thought you knew yesterday.
Well, yeah, anyway. So our lives are going to be very sweet now.
It doesn't matter where she goes, because wherever she goes, they'll go to my house. They'll go to your house.
No, exactly, but, you know, we can do without him braying on the door and... You know, but anyway, we'll have to just persevere, won't we?
I know, it was going to, like, peter out. It's like, these past 2 days I've been so bad, you know.
Jay, tell me, Mother, is she invited to this party today?
Aye.
She said she's not invited.
Of course you are, Mother.
She said it was just school friends.
You don't need an invitation. Your invitation is always open, Mummy.
Right, see you later, bye. Bye. I don't know when they travel up to it. I got to hairdressers or burst out into tears.
I've got a party, yeah. Aye. Right, thank you very much.
Preparations for this afternoon's party carry on despite the turmoil.
Chocolate.
Can you manage it in there?
Yeah, I'll get a taxi as soon as I get outside. Thank you very much. All right.
But Karen is still trying to come to terms with the fact that she has now left John.
Can I eat a bit? I have had 2. I've got enough. 2 pieces. It's like when I woke up this morning, I thought to myself, I'm making the right decision. And like a few days beforehand, I knew I was, do you know what I mean? But it's like, am I doing the right thing? And then I thought, yeah, because I know that he'll do it again. Oh, she's here.
Oh, you Matthew. Come from all here.
Paul's now been told there's no possibility of him returning to his job at Birmingham Children's Hospital and that now he must travel down to clear out his room.
I am upset, but more disappointed than anything else. I don't like to fail at anything or be deemed as a failure, especially when, you know, I've sort of had a couple of phone calls from the staff in these last couple of days saying they're missing me and they're going to get a petition and this. My Birmingham Children's Hospital tie, special edition. There's only about 30 actually made. What do you want to do with it? I should throw it away, really. Turned out to be a bad chapter. Right, that's it, everything in. Just have to hand the keys in now, say bye-bye, and away we go.
In Leeds, final preparations for the birthday party are underway. Laurie's birthday treat has been served.
We're all wobble for the testing after. What are you doing there? I nearly brought me bloody filling. What's this? It's nasty. Where is it? It's that thing Lawrence made, isn't it? Oh.
Come here. And eat the whole thing without throwing up.
Oh, beautiful.
Birthday girl Jenny is busy matchmaking.
I've got a cousin called Casey, and I think that he should meet some nice girls. I've got a great friend called Frances. She's really pretty, and I think they look really nice together as a couple.
No.
In the kitchen, Karen's trying to come to terms with her decision to leave John. When John discovered she'd left, he went straight round to see Kay.
I said, just because she's married to you don't mean to say that that's her family. I said, she's got an extended family.
No, Mum, she won't go back.
I hope to God she don't, because each time she goes back, each time I get worse.
Downstairs, Jenny's younger sister Clary is discussing her boyfriend dilemma.
Why did you turn Matthew down? Too young. It's not as though you're going to be together for life. Don't fancy him. You don't go out with someone unless you fancy him. I went out with someone and I didn't fancy him.
Yeah. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. I will never see him again.
My plan's worked. Francis and Casey are in love.
He's going to kiss
It's gonna be so cool. Okay, watch.
Mandy, they've made him quite comical now, haven't they?
Karen's possessions have gone missing.
Throw your stuff out here.
I know.
Oh my God! Is that your man?
You didn't throw it out.
It doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, there's a whole load of bin liners in here, and I just grabbed them all and put them outside. And there was all Karen's stuff, you know.
I'm having so much fun! We're just getting started. Oh, I love you,
Over at Paul and Joe's, they're still trying to work out why Paul's been suspended.
You are the man who took one thing from one old unit, you moved it into another unit, and they can't just eradicate that.
Joe, it's far from perfect, but it's certainly not as bad as my boss would make out.
Paul's been told a decision will now be made, but not until next week.
But obviously, I'm just on edge at the moment and hoping that everything goes okay.
Just 4 days after the birthday party, there's been a dramatic change in Jane and Laurie's relationship.
We'd had an argument about him losing my credit cards, and I'd suggested that maybe on this occasion when my credit card had gone missing, he'd popped it back into my wallet so that I wouldn't berate him about losing the card again when all along he had lost it. He took this as an opportunity to kind of say that he'd had enough when he was off. So, you know, waved him goodbye.
Laurie's sudden departure means a chance for Jane to reassess her feelings.
I mean, maybe, you know, Lawrence has been feeling exactly the same as I've been feeling. And he's out now, you know, feeling guilty but relieved. Which, you know, I won't mind. I don't want him to become really sad and bitter and twisted and all the rest of it. Because it won't do him any good and it won't do the kids any good.
It's 10 a.m. the following day. Paul's been called to a meeting at his company's head office in London to discuss his future.
Oh, I can't go down. Oh, yeah, I can. What am I doing? I shouldn't be going down here.
He's arranged to drop off Benjamin on his way.
I'll just put the 4 ways on, I think. Right, Daddy will get out the other side, okay, to get you out?
Yeah.
Come on, then.
Joe's at work, so she's arranged for Paul's mum, Kay, to look after Benjamin. Kay's meant to be meeting them as she leaves her part-time cleaning job at the university.
I ain't got a clue where she is. And all this time, I've got to get off to London. I'm going to kill Joe. I'm getting fed up of this. Joe sees her 12 hours as more important than a full-time job, you see, and earning all these thousands of pounds. She sees her piddly 2,000 as more important. I'm trying to call my mum to see where she is, see whether she's actually gone home. I don't think she has.
What you looking at?
I'm looking for your nana. This is going from bad to worse. Joe, how long do you think I've got? I've got to be in London in 3 hours. I haven't time to pick around, shooting around Leeds, looking for someone to look after him when they've got a mother who's only got a part-time job. Well, I'm going to have to, Joe. Right. She's waiting for us. She's going to take the day off. Come on. Leave this. Well, thanks, Mum. Just appears my whole life at the moment is full of catastrophes. Everything that seems to be going on at the moment, the uncertainty over the job. This could be a very, very important day in my future. Yeah, everything's transpiring against to make sure it doesn't go that well.
Stop.
Get your coat and your jacket.
Don't get wound up at me, Joe. What else can I do? I'm talking to you.
Sit down, Dad.
Come on.
Joe, just pack me a case when I go home. Because if this isn't more important than a little piddly job...
Don't ever...
I've been waiting an hour.
Don't ever screech at me down the phone
I have been waiting an hour.
Paul.
You were the one who said you wanted routines. Now, this wasn't a routine, me taking him to my mum.
No, it wasn't. This was no routine whatsoever. So the sooner we get back to one, the better.
Well, that's fine.
Where are you going, Dad?
I've got to go to London.
Come on, let's hurry up.
On the other side of the city centre, Jane's decided to let Jenny and Clary have the day off school as they adjust to the fact that their dad's left home.
Hey, Clary, is there any film that you've seen that you'd really like the music of?
Grease. I want the music from Grease. My Fair Lady, look.
Yeah.
Laurie's staying with friends. He's also trying to adjust to what's happening.
It's all really still up in the air, you know. It's just kind of day by day, but it's really just trying to keep a positive head on stuff, because it was all a bit of a shock, really. That, I mean, it had been kind of building up over a long while, and but when it actually happens, throws everything up in the air a bit, you know.
Oh, it's Bob, yeah? You know, I didn't even know Bob Marley was at your age. Have a quick look at Doctor Who, just to say. I'm going to buy it.
53 Bob Marley poster.
Apparently what's Bob Marley saying. They seem alright today, but they were a bit weepy yesterday, a bit confused. I think they'll be alright. Because, you know, they do need the mum and everything, but they do need the dad as well. He's always been good for them.
Can we cross?
Yeah, come here. Clary.
It's now 5 days since Karen left her husband and 2 children. She's been staying at Alison's and is trying to adjust to her new independent status.
So do you feel a bit more positive about things?
Oh, I feel all right. But I think he should be fair with me and let me see the kids. But he won't do that because he wants it on his terms, you see. You see. So he wants to have like total control of everything. Oh yeah, I feel all right. Because I know that they're okay. I know that that they're all right with him. I mean, I'm not saying he's the best person to be with them, but I mean, I know he won't do anything to them. I know he'll look after them.
On the M1, Paul's still well behind schedule, but after losing his temper with Joe, he's beginning to regain his composure.
I mean, I know I'm responsible half the time. I'm just got a very short fuse sometimes. I must work on it. You know, if I lose my job, I think I don't know what it'd do to me. It'd destroy me, I think.
In Leeds, Laurie's waiting at the house when Jane and the girls return from shopping. It's only a day since he left, but he's decided he wants to sort out all the details of the breakup.
We need to have a chat, Joe.
What about?
We'll just sort out what's going on. And what I reckon... Well, I'll just throw this to you.
Yeah.
You take the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sign it all over to you.
Yeah.
I'll take the car.
Yeah.
And I have access to the workshop downstairs until such time as I get someone else sorted out.
Look.
Well, you can have the car as long as you're going to be picking the kids up every day, because if not,
I said I would.
Well, that's
you know,
fine.
It wasn't going to be a problem.
All right. Well, yeah, you can have it in the workshop. Don't worry about that.
Well, it's when I get somewhere, then I'll get my stuff out, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
But the bottom line of it is that I don't really know why. I don't really understand why or how it could happen. I've done everything, you know, everything. Jane goes to work and kept the house clean, done the kids to and from school, fed them, bought the shopping, done the dogs, everything I can think of. I'm trying to start a new little business in the cellar, plus doing the house up, and, you know, but nothing's enough, and all I get offered is head grief. And I've just had enough. Right.
Bye, Daddy. See you later.
Yeah, see you later, Robbie. See you tomorrow. Right.
Tomorrow.
hopefully. There's always the next day and the next day after that if that doesn't quite pan out.
As Jane and Laurie finalise their split, Paul's trying to patch things up with Joe.
Well, as I say, I apologise, Joe, for that. All right, Joe, I've apologised. I can't do any more. Obviously I'm getting a bit het up about this meeting. Joe, I've got to change lanes, and I'm in the middle of London, because I've just seen a sign for Hanwell. So I'll speak to you later. Okay. Bye. There it is. That's it there.
Paul's made it to his company's London HQ for the meeting that will decide his future, and only 20 minutes late. In Leeds, Laurie's contemplating life after Jane.
I think it's important to have a house so the kids can come and stay at the weekends if they want, or I can bring them home and after school and they can get a meal and have their own room to sleep in if they want to stop over and stuff. And yeah, it's really just trying to get a positive head on stuff.
At the moment, Laurie's home is in the attic.
This is it. Great little gaff, actually. They were really sweet on the first night. They put a little fire in for me and everything. And it's like, oh, thank you. No, that's great.
Although he's trying to think about the future, the past is dominating his thoughts.
Tell me what you expect when you come down heavy as you do. Said you get no respect. What you got was wasted on you. Never step outside your little world of black and white. See just what you want to see. There's no end in sight. Yeah, it gets you going, man, shit.
Next week in Family Life, there's a family celebration, if they make it to the church on time.
No! Oh, please just
which way?
Mother, just tell them, don't I'm told you. I think it's this way.